Most of us know Apple as that expensive iPhone company that's popular among teenagers and hipsters, but not everyone knows about what made it one of the most valuable corporations in the world. Based in Cupertino, California, and worth over $600 billion, it has grown from a garage startup to a full-blown company. This is the story of Apple Inc. Apple was formed in 1976 as a result of a friendship between two young adults, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Both, having attended the same high school, met up and started a partnership that would change the world forever. With Steve Jobs' business strategy and ability to communicate, and Steve Wozniak's engineering innovation and computer design experience, they each had the qualities that the other lacked and were the perfect team. This garage in Los Altos, California was where the personal computer revolution took place. The term PC was first coined by IBM, but the first true personal computer was developed by Apple Computer with the Apple I. The Apple I was the first computer that supported a real TV screen. It was designed and built by Steve Wozniak in 1976, and it was funded by selling Steve Jobs' bus and Steve Wozniak's calculator. This is what Woz had to say about his computer. Apple's early success was mainly driven by Steve Wozniak's innovation in designing the Apple I, which led to its successor, the Apple II. The Apple II was one of the first successful computers, selling around 6 million units, and it led the company on a path to prosperity. 20 years later, after the Apple II line was discontinued in 1993, Apple is now one of the richest companies in the world. Worth over $500 billion in late 2012, it surpasses even Walmart and Google. With only 4 different products, iPhone, iPad, Mac, and iPod, it has managed to become many times richer than its competitors, with only a tiny fraction of what the others sell. Many of us know how expensive Apple stuff is, so why do so many people invest their hard-earned cash on the quote-quote overpriced junk? One reason is because of the quality. As Woz said, you can buy a 30-year-old Apple II on eBay today, and it'll still work. I've had this MacBook for almost 5 years now, even though on paper it's really old and slow, but it's never given me any problems even though I treat it like crap and I dropped it from my desk twice, and I download applications without even thinking. However, it's never crashed before, unlike my PC, which crashed on the first day. Another reason is because of the premium and the luxury hype associated with an Apple product. Like Rolls-Royce, Beats by Dr. Dre, and Rolex, people sometimes buy expensive stuff just because of the price and the status symbol. Although many different people have many different reasons for choosing Apple, those were just a few reasons that I've heard people give. Despite the company's popularity and success, tragedy struck the company in late 2011. On October 5th, 2011, Steve Jobs died of pancreatic cancer. A few months earlier, in August, he had resigned due to his health and gave his job as CEO to Tim Cook.
I'll never get this memory out of my head, just where I was, just getting a phone call from a reporter. And they just said, "Have you heard the news?" And I instantly knew what that meant. And that was just a total shock. Like, what do you say? It's like the world lost a John Lennon. I mean, Steve was clearly the most outstanding business thinker. Somehow he had the ability to think out new ways of doing things, not just ways to improve what we have, do a better version of something, but do it in a totally different way.
A year and a half after his death, Apple is back on its feet and is now performing fine and continues to make lots of money and release new revolutionary products. As a huge Apple fanboy, I hope that it will continue to succeed and so I can always have a Mac by my side, whether I'm 14 or 40. I love my Macs, and I hope to continue using them until I die. This concludes my individual media project, and I hope it wasn't too boring and that nobody fell asleep. Thanks for watching. Bye.